Alright guys, hello and welcome to a new little video. Today I'm going to be talking about something which is really important to me. So, as you can see here, there's a lot of Esea Reddit threads of when they should start playing Esea and everything. So, for example, this guy, I am Gold Nova 1, should I play Esea? So, let me get into the video and tell you something about my opinion on when you should start playing or when you should leave or let it go or not even try it. So back in the days, ESA was this kind of service like about 2 years ago, at least in Europe. I can't judge about America because I've never played on American servers, or at least not enough to know. I've played like 2 American pucks in my whole puck career, let's say. So you say this was this kind of service where which you would go to if you were just too good for matchmaking. You were global and you have hit your goal to be global, and you didn't wanna like deal with bad players, so you went over to ESA where you always knew that there's going to be good players against you, matched up with you and against you. So nowadays, everything has changed since ESA has gotten bigger, it expanded, there's ranks in it now. ESA doesn't, RWS doesn't matter that much anymore. People really look a lot up to the ranks, and in my opinion, the matching system is weird, and I'm gonna talk about the matching system, so how it matches you up, sometimes at least, or at least how it matches me up in the past few games, after this new update with ranks, and why you should not join as Gold Nova, because you're ruining the game experience for other people. So I'll make an example. You're Gold Nova 1. You haven't mastered anything in the game. For example, your spray control, your aim. Otherwise, you wouldn't be Master God in 1. There's no good player, no global who is Master God in 1 or Gold Nova 1 just because he has bad teammates. If you're a global, you are able to carry yourself out of there most of the time. And with most of the time, I mean 99% of the time. So that most of the time, people are just arguing and making up excuses. I am good. I'm good enough to be DMG, but I'm still Gold Nova 1 because this and this. This is bullshit. But that's just another opinion, and that's another topic. I don't want to open up that up. This is a really controversial video, or it's going to be a controversial video because people are going to get offended by me telling them what I think about some of their opinions or some of their thoughts. But in the end, this is just my opinion. If you guys want to argue with me in the comments, feel free to do so. So, let's start getting slower so everyone can understand what I'm trying to say. So, my point is, if you're Gold Nova 1, you are not good enough to compete in the average skill ceiling of ESA. I would say the average skill ceiling is around LEM, or was around LEM about half a year ago. And LEM would mean you had like 9 RWS. Nowadays it means if you're LEM, you're somewhat around C, and you have somewhat around 8 or 9 RWS. As I said, those are just average thoughts and approximate rates, which I think are fair, let's say, because in my opinion, a global should be around C plus, B minus, with an average RWS roaming around at around, let's say, 10. 9 to 10, which is not a decent RWS, but it's not a bad RWS either. And everything above that is just a bit more decent at the game, in my opinion, of course. So let's say there's a guy with a B plus and he's on 11 RWS. He's an average good player, let's say a bit better than average. And there's a guy with B plus and he has 2 RWS each month. He's just too bad for B plus, and he's gonna get D-ranked soon anyways. So the matching system works like this, or it has worked like this for the most of the time. 2 good players and 2 bad players and 1 medicore player get matched up, and then the enemy team, for example, has a really good player, 1 bad player, 2 medicore players, and 1 medicore maybe good player. So it's kind of balanced. but it's still a shit experience for the really good players, because they either get bored, because after the two good players die, they have to just fight bots pretty much. Either they get bored or they get annoyed because they're getting distracted. So my question to ESA is, why not play 5 good players against 5 other good players? Of course, you can never say this guy is as good as this guy, but you can, for example, say, oh, okay, this guy is let's say in average has a B plus 12 RWS, so he's not completely shit, and this other guy is A minus with 10 RWS, so he's not complete shit too. Why don't we match up those two and some others who are about the same rank ceiling or skill ceiling against other twos? So why doesn't that happen? And it happens that bad players have to play with good players and against good players, or good players have to play against bad players. Of course, ESA is right there, and it's not as easy to say who's a good player and who's a bad player, but you can still filter out the really bad players and the really good players. So that doesn't happen, and that's really annoying. And a big fact of this is that a lot of Gold Novas start playing, and let's say they have their 3 first rank matches, which means they're gonna get ranked in, and if they are Gold Nova, they're gonna get ranked into C minus, most likely. Let's say maybe they, of course, there's exceptions, always exceptions, but he's most likely gonna be getting into C minus, because he's just not good enough to compete, I mean D minus, because he's just not good enough to compete at any higher level, which is okay, because he's still Gold Nova and he has to learn a lot, and not everybody can be really good at this game or a pro at this game. But I think you guys can get my point. So if he plays his 3 rank up games, he completely gets into random lobbies. So for example, the system doesn't know how good or bad he is, because it doesn't have any skill ceiling or skill rates of this person. So if this person has never played on ESEA before, ESEA can't say, oh, this guy is a good player and this guy is a bad player, because they don't have any stats of this person. So they rank them in, or they match them into really bad or really good lobbies, and then they have fun by carrying, or get bored, or they are getting completely wrecked. So what I'm trying to say is, or what my point is, of course you can't get around ranking people in, but you could get around it if you wouldn't have to rank in Gold Novas. Let's say you have LEMs and there's a good LEM and he's gonna get ranked into D minus, into B minus, and then there's a bad LEM and he gets into C plus, which means he's not too good, he's not too bad. So if that happens, you don't have a big problem, because the LEM can still compete at good lobbies most of the time, but a Gold Nova cannot compete at a, for example, full global lobby where people are actually really good. It's the same as if you put C players against against rank S players, so pretty much the pros of CS right now. This rank S is the pro rank, and you say, well, play, and if you win, you win, and if not, then not. So this is pretty much what happens with the rank up games, or the rank in games, where they give you the rank, they determine your rank. And of course there's going to be a lot of new players, and you have to determine and find out their basic rank, because, for example, ESA has expanded. You can buy it off of the Steam market, so a lot of new people buy it off of there. They have decided to use it as an opportunity to expand, and they have, of course, made it. But that doesn't mean that, let's say, really shit players can start playing ESEA and thinking that they can actually compete at this level. It is ridiculous how I have to, for example, play a game where I have to explain why someone shouldn't push each and every round through Squeaky, because people adapt and wait for him and kill him, and we have to play 4 versus 5 every single round. Or let's say there's a lot of younger players, since they can buy from the Steam wallet money, and you can get Steam wallet money with PaySafe cards, for example, which is really easy. You used to be able to do that on ESEA 2 with very games, but it wasn't that common. Now it's a bit more common to do that with ESEA and Steam and everything. So in the end, what is happening right now is a lot of young players buying it as well, and these young players are most of the time, I'm not saying 100% of the time, but most of the time they are really getting toxic at you, or they get mad at you if you give them criticism, and that's just not an enjoyable game anymore. So I'm not saying Esea is doing everything wrong. They have a lot of good things. The concept of Esea is really good, and it's really helpful, but it could be really way better if people would just stop joining it while they're shit. Okay? So this is the last thing I wanted to say. Thank you to all my subscribers who have stayed, because I haven't made a video in a while, and I'm really sorry that I have to do a new rant video, or have to start off with a rant video to like refresh my channel, but it's just really annoying, and I just wanted to talk it out, and maybe if someone searches it up on YouTube, he sees my video and he's a Gold Nova and he says, oh wow, this guy has a point, maybe I shouldn't go over there, maybe I should go to Face It, where it has a really good ranking system, where a lot of bad players play with each other, and they have like a ranking system which can actually handle us, because in the end they have a better ranking system. They have like the Silver League and everything, which doesn't exist in Esea, because the skill ceiling of Esea was always high, not like Face It. So thanks for watching this. If you're a Gold Nova player and you're shit, please don't buy Esea. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say, and I hope it sounded reasonably, or at least most of the time it sounded reasonably. So thanks for watching, and I'm just gonna upload this video, and I'm gonna hope for some feedback.